Hello, I'd like to take a few minutes to look at some pasukim in this week's Parsha, Emor, because they really resonated with me, and I think they're very valuable to people who are looking to have a meaningful life through Torah, through God's ways. And so first I'll read you them in Hebrew really quickly, and then we'll talk about that. So it says, Ushmartem mitzvotai v'asitem otam ani Hashem, lo techalalu et shem kadshi, v'nikdashti betoch b'nei Yisrael, ani Hashem mekadishchem, hamotzi etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liyot lachem le'elokim, ani Hashem. So I'm going to read you as my English translates it, but then I think we need to re-examine it and reinterpret it more accurately, because I think that it needs a better translation, but this is the way my Chumash translates it. You shall observe my commandments and perform them. I am Hashem. You shall not desecrate my holy name. Rather, I should be sanctified among the children of Israel. I am Hashem who sanctifies you, who took you out of the land to be a God unto you. I am Hashem. So, the beginning, you shall observe my commandments. Ushmartem mitzvotai. The word lishmor really means to keep watch over. Now, what exactly does that mean? I think we can understand it if we look at another time earlier where it says when Yosef came and told his dreams over to his brothers and his father chastised him. But then it says, Ushmar tetavar, that he watched over this thing. He kept it in his heart, in his mind. He kept it with him, this information about the dreams, to see what would come of it in the future. And so I think this word, the shmor, means to keep watch over something for future purpose, to see how it will either play out or be useful, or something that will manifest in the future. So I think what God is trying to say is to keep the mitzvot, because in this way, lishmor, when we do it, we should do it with the vision, the knowledge that even if we don't feel like it, or if we don't understand it, or for some reason we're finding it difficult, that we should do it anyway, and we should do it with our mind on that this will be good for us in the future for whatever reason, if we keep God's ways. And when I say we keep God's ways, his mitzvot, if we do it correctly as meant to be. And why I say that, it says after that you shall not desecrate my holy name. Meaning when we keep the mitzvot, and it's not just important to do by the letter of the law, everything that it says in the Torah, we have to keep God's way by not desecrating his name, by making a kiddush Hashem, by exemplifying what it is to be a person of God, by cultivating good qualities, good character traits, and to do things in a refined manner that makes you look good and reflects well on somebody who keeps God's ways. So that's why it says, don't desecrate my name. Do my mitzvahs. Do it in a way that's holy, and keep them, and then you will be sanctified people, and we will make a sanctification of God's name. And then it says that Hashem says, he is Hashem hamotzi me'eretz Mitzrayim. Now, the English translates it, who took you out of the land of Egypt. But hamotzi is in present form, who takes, like when we eat bread, we say hamotzi lechem min haaretz, who takes the bread out of the land. So what hamotzi is that God is constantly taking us out of the metaphorical Mitzrayim by walking in God's ways, by doing the mitzvot as we should do it. It should help us. It should help us take ourselves out whatever our narrows, whatever our meitzarim, whatever difficulties that we're having. If we try really hard to keep the Torah in the proper way, then it can take us out of so many bad things, bad situations, bad ways. It gives us purpose, it gives us meaning, it gives us direction. And it should, all in all, make us better people. So by doing God's will, He, Hamotzi, helps us to get out of Mitzrayim, to get out of difficult situations, or, by doing things the right way, or by not getting into a bad predicament in the future. And so, God willing, I hope, and I reiterate again, is that if we look to the Torah, and if we look to keep the mitzvot in a proper way, but tzedek and mishpat like Abraham did, and to do it fine, in a nice, refined, pleasant manner, then we can really reflect well on God and make a kiddush Hashem, and also have a good life. Shabbat Shalom.